So what do you do when God gives you a promise, but the clock keeps ticking? You've prayed, you've cried, you believe, and still nothing changes. You see, one of the most critical moments in our faith journey isn't when God says no. It's actually when God says nothing. Genesis 16 shows us exactly what happens when we get tired of waiting. You see, God promised Abraham in chapter 12 that he would become the father of many nations. But years passed and Sarah, his wife, was still barren. The promise seemed not to match their reality. So Sarah came up with a plan. And she's pretty much saying, if God hasn't done it yet, then maybe we should help him, who've been there. So she gave her maidservant Hagar to Abram, trying to, manufacture what God has already promised. And just like that, impatience produced Ishmael. So here's the lesson for me and you. When we step out of God's timing, we create more complications than we were meant to carry. You see, Genesis 16 isn't just about Abraham and Sarah. It's really about us. It's the job that we've rushed into, the relationship that we forced, the decision that we made because we were tired of waiting. It was unbearable. But impatience says, I can't trust God's timeline. Patience says, if God promised it, he will perform it. You see, patience isn't passive. It's active trust. It's choosing prayer over panic, worship over worry, obedience over opportunity. And here's the beautiful part. In Genesis 16, even after their mistake, God still shows up for them. And he reveals himself to Hagar in the wilderness as the God who sees. So even when we get ahead of God, he never loses sight of us. But imagine how much pain we avoid when we simply wait. You see, developing patience requires, I believe, 3 things. Remembering the promise, and how you can remember is by writing down what God says. Number 2, resisting the pressure, because just because something is available doesn't mean that it's ordained. And number 3, refocus on God's character. If God said he will do it, if he was faithful before, he will be faithful again. Amen. Also, waiting seasons aren't wasted seasons. They're faith-building seasons. So if God gave you a promise, don't try to produce it. Protect it. Don't let the delay push you into disobedience, because your Isaac is worth the wait. So today, make the decision to trust God's timing more than your feelings, because what God builds in patience will never bring the pain that impatience creates. God is working. Wait upon the Lord. He wants to bless you. He just needs you to be patient. If this blessed you, like and subscribe to the channel, and most importantly, share with a friend you know is in need of hearing this message. And let me know in the comments what Bible story you would like us to cover next. Have a great day. Bye.